back outside, going back into the tunnel. Now, a lot of you know I get really excited about stuff like this. This is what I absolutely love. This is finding the history of the chateau. Even digging out dirt like this, it tells a story. Now, the story of the chateau, people think it's a 1700s chateau, which absolutely it is. However, there was also buildings here we know from the 1300s. It's on the cadastral in the 1300s. So we know that there's more to this chateau. It's just finding it. Now, we know the chateau was built in 1724. They started building it in 1709. Now, 15 years to build something like this. It does sound incredible, but it wasn't just about putting a building up. This whole area had to be built up. It had to build everything around here, build up to perch the chateau on. So as we're going to be going down, we're going to be digging through history and hopefully find some things that are older than what we believe the actual chateau to be as well. Now, first discovery we made the other day was lots of little tiny pieces of pottery. Now, Terry, being the genius that he is, has actually managed to reassemble it. Now, look at that. Now, obviously, it's not complete. We are missing a couple of little pieces, which is absolutely devastating. But look at the job Terry's done in bringing that back to life. Now, this is an 1800s cachet pot. We believe it was made in Paris, but the detailing in it, it's just absolutely exquisite, and such a shame to have lost them pieces. But again, for us, it tells a story. We know that they had some beautiful pieces in the chateau, and this again, it's absolutely stunning. And even just the weight in it, you can tell it's not just a cheap pot from IKEA, or it's not. It's been made with just care and attention and beautiful detail. And so with you investigative journalists out there that have done some digging up and looking into what this is a cachet pot from Paris porcelain from the 1800s. Now, the value of this in good condition would be anything from a few hundred to a few thousand euros. So just to have found a piece, it's not the monetary value. Monetary value means nothing to us, but just to know that they had some beautiful pieces in the chateau, I think they'd be proud of the way that we're doing it now as well, because we've tried to do the same sort of thing. And I just love the fact that we can see all the detail, all the exquisite workmanship. Now, it's so heavy, there's so much detail in it, and this was just at the top. This was probably a foot down, 2 foot down, and we know we've got 6 to 8 feet in there that we've got to dig before we get to the bottom. So are we going to make some more incredible finds? We genuinely don't know. We don't know what's going to be down there, so let's crack on and do some digging. Well, lots of you have said, when are we going to find the wine cellar here at the chateau? We've finally found it, but some bugger's been in and drank it all. So loads of bottles, absolutely tons of bottles. I've obviously just used this as a tip at some point, but it's unbelievable that all these have lasted, and some of them are really old bottles, like really old bottles. You can tell just how thick the glass is and how heavy just the bottle itself is. So it's like like going through time as we're going down here. It's just more and more as we're excavating more and more. It is incredible. I love doing stuff like this. Anything that relates to the history of the chateau and tells us a little story. And it tells us a story of how they lived. This wasn't as much as we know they didn't have money, it clearly wasn't a poverty-stricken chateau where they couldn't enjoy themselves and have a nice time, because they've clearly had lots of nice times here. And it's nice just to know that it was a happy place and they've enjoyed these times like back in the day, and it wasn't a sad, gloomy place that you might imagine it was with it being an abandoned chateau. There were nice times. So I think there's still a lot more stories to be told from this one, because it's not what we thought it is, and we'll explain more later on. But it's going to be an interesting one, this, because I think it is really going to be not what we thought it was.
Piece of pottery, Terry? Glass. What is it?
Yeah. Well, as we keep going down, there's lots to uncover. I've obviously found lots of little bits and lots of little trinkets as we've gone. Lots of rubbish as well, lots of glass, lots of slate. However, we're expecting the tunnel to come in this way, because that's where the old tunnel is, right behind where the camera is, and we were expecting it to come straight down. Now, as we're digging, we found what looks like an entrance on this side, which kind of doesn't make sense, and I'll explain why. So we're expecting the tunnel to come in here, and then it would leave here, because that's a straight line to the old fosse septic that we know is on the cadastral in the early 1800s. Well, it's from the 1700s to the early 1800s. So this has been the old sewer way, if you like. However, as we're digging, we found an opening on this side. Now that wouldn't make any sense, and it looks like quite a big opening. It's a lot bigger than the openings than what we found in the old tunnel. And this one, again, it's been done in a very specific way, because you can see all the way all the stones are laid out here. They're all, well, horizontal. Now, as we're getting to here, they've built it all vertically, which again, it's a lot bigger than what the ones that we found. We're a lot higher up still. We've still got at least another 4 or 5 foot to go down here before we reach the bottom. So that would make this like possibly even walkable. So have they had an entrance into it? Has it been an access way into this tunnel to be able to come in and clean it if there's ever any blockages? We don't know. So now's the interesting bit, that we can have a look, see what's down here, and see what it does, because again, I think there's going to be mysteries solved here today.
going that way?
Doesn't make any sense, Trace.
I wonder if that side then, if one goes outside then or not. Down to the...
I still think we're still going to find the square one here and there. I think we're going to find a square one.
Yeah.
But I still think we've got
the same as like the one that was in there, isn't it? It's been built exactly the same.
Yeah. So is that part in there where we thought it's part of the chateau, or is it actually part of the original 1300s house? Because there's no mortar in this, but they've got a keystone there as well. Have you seen?
Yeah, there's something wrong.
It's a proper keystone. So this hasn't been built just for the sake of it. Now, we know they must have had a wine cellar here, but to find they've drank it all. They didn't even leave us a drop. Now, all these bottles, now some of them, you're looking around, some of them are fairly recent, but a lot of these are really, really old. And you can just tell in the way that they're formed and the weight of the actual bottles themselves. Now, this one, the Albert Rothschild Brut, is 1979, and again, the weight in this is absolutely incredible. It is really, really heavy. But some of the bottles that we're finding down here, you can just see the age in them. Just looking at them, you can see it's old. But it's nice for us, because you always have this thought of, well, it's struggled, the chateau's been abandoned for so long and it's just been a sad place, but it obviously wasn't. They still had a good time here, and it's so nice to think back and know that they've enjoyed parties, and I'm sure they're looking down at us now, the old owners, and thinking, when we have our little parties and our little soirees, they did the same thing. And it is genuinely, it's an absolute joy to know that they enjoyed good times here at the chateau. So let's see what else we can find. We might try and find some full ones down there. So I think they have actually buried an animal in here. This is, what's that? Sheep? Cow? Big molars. I don't know. I'd say possibly cow. We'll soon find out. I'm guessing, no, too big net for goat. But you wouldn't have. I don't think it'd have fell because it's in between her. I don't know. Well, starting to uncover the old tunnel face. However, it's been blocked up, but it's not been blocked up when it's been done. There's all brick in here, but it's been done afterwards, and there's a gush of air come forward. As soon as I've cleared that, then you can see down here, the cobwebs all blowing. It's actually blowing cool air through. So there's definitely an opening in here. How far back it goes right now, I can't see, but there's definitely. For what reason would you have to see? Why would you have gone to all this work to build an arch? It just doesn't make any sense. There's no sense to it. There's no arch around the rest of it. We're at the same sort of level now. We're about 5-6 foot down, and there's no arch in the rest of it. It's only an arch here. So I think we're going to have to keep going, find out exactly what and why this is, because I won't sleep tonight otherwise. It does literally go into the corner of the building there, look. Like it goes right to there. I don't know, I'll need to get a bit more out to see. Debbie. We keep saying it is incredible the workmanship that's gone into actually building this chateau originally. Now, as you can see, all the lines around here, they run completely horizontal right the way around us until we've got to the arch. Now, this isn't a little arch. It's not like the arch that we found in the other tunnel. We've still got another 4 or 5 foot to go down here, and we know that because it'd have to just to meet the slope of where it goes to the septic, which should leave out the back here. But this to the side, it makes no sense. But can you think of the amount of work that's gone in to have actually built all of this? Like I said, we've always said that the chateau's been built up. We think that this has all been built prior to the actual chateau and itself being built. All these tunnels, all these sewerways, all of this. And then they've filled it up and covered it with dirt and actually got the chateau to sit where it actually sits now. But this one has completely blew our mind because it's not where it should be. Like I said, it should come in here and should leave here. So why have we got an arch here, and why has so much work gone into this little arch? Again, this isn't a little bit of work. This isn't some quick throw some bricks together to get this. This has been precisely done, but it makes no sense. So it is so exciting being down here right now and literally traveling through time. Yes, there's a lot of dirt, like a lot of crap, and it has just been used as a dumping ground for a lot of years. But to see the workmanship that's gone in over the years to actually build and create this. This is 300 years old. It's over 300 years old. And it is just incredible. And we need to know why now. I need to know why, because it is driving me crazy. I love this sort of thing. I love history. I love looking back. And going down here is literally like traveling through time. So I'm going to get back at it, see how much more we can find and see what we can actually uncover today.
Jukebox. Do you want me to put it? Barbarians. No,
Okay. Well, as you can see, we've got most of the arch down here uncovered. Now, it's making less and less sense as we do it, because this spans the whole width of this. It is now bricked up, but it looks like it's not part of the original structure. It looks like it's been bricked up at a later date, and there is 100% a draft coming through it. So there is something behind it. And thanks to Patrick and Stuart, we have this amazing keyhole camera. They sent us a keyhole camera so we could make incredible discoveries like this. So we're going to have a look down here, see what we can actually find. But as we're looking at it, the more we look at it, this is part of an original structure that was here. This is part of I'd say it could even go back to the 1400s, this, because of where it is, where it's situated. Like we've explained, all of this land was built up around it. The stone down here, it's completely different. It's the way that they've laid out, the way that it's all been set out. And again, just the, why would you have an arch? Why would you go to so much detail down here? Even to the point which we've got a keystone in there to do that, to have held it up. So was this actually at some point a structure that was above ground before they've built all this land up around the chateau? And it's led to so many mysteries, because it makes zero sense. So I want to have a look. I want to see if we can see anything behind it, because it might give us some clues as to where it goes, if there's a direction it goes to. I can see a hole in there, and I can see, like I say, I can feel the air coming through. And this gives us, we've got a couple of meters of range here. So if I can push it in and see where it actually goes, it'll be really nice and really interesting. Well, I'll be asleep tonight anyway, so let's have a look, see what it is. Top that one. You feel the air coming through? Like there's a draft coming through it. Cole, put your hand there.
It's damp, isn't it? Oh yeah, there, yeah.
You can feel it coming through, can't you?
Yeah.
So there's definitely like something
I wonder
behind
how far
it.
back that goes, that bricked up.
Well, this is it. But as I'm putting this through, which I'll show you, so we go through, you can get through to about here, and then you can see that there's an opening there.
Does that look like a pipe, that there? Is that a pipe?
No, I think it's just stone, but it's not stone there. Can you see it's all just dropped mud, like it's collapsed on the inside?
Yeah.
I want to be able to go further.
Well,
but
I want to know where it goes.
I want to know
why
where
it's
it goes.
there.
It just makes no sense, does it?
No, because you'd think it would be there.
Well, you think about this arch and the work that's gone into that, like even to the point at which it's got a keystone.
I know.
They've took the time in doing it, and it's...
What's that there? Is that just mud or is that stone?
No, there's another one this side as well, look.
Oh, so that's stone?
Yeah.
Oh.
That make no sense. But they're not built in to the actual arch itself.
And they're not stepping stones, no.
No, they're not stepping. But for what reason?
No,
like
for
these are, look,
all right, they've been put in loose, then.
they've all been put in loose.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's, like I say, I think what we need to do is get as much out as we can
just
in
take
here,
it through
and then possibly slowly go through and see what's actually there, because
behind
the
it.
stones don't look like they continue to keep going. Goes in here, and it's pretty much blocked, but then it goes round here. It looks like it's blocked up, but has it been... Is this part of the new blocking up or the old blocking up? It definitely leads in. And I get the feeling Mr. Snake might still be down here somewhere. But there's definitely holes into it. But it's just seeing where I can go to actually squeeze this camera through, see where it leads into. You never know, there might be gold buried down here. I'm about 40 centimetres in now, 50 centimetres in, so getting to around about the 2 foot range. And it looks like it's all collapsed in behind. It doesn't look like it's all stone. It looks mud. Like you can see all the little bits of mud and gravel. You can see some stone above. And as we come out, you can see what's actually there. But I can definitely see that there is an opening behind. It's just trying to get into that opening. But I think this now is going to be a job for another day, because I think I'm going to have to excavate a little bit more to be able to see any further. Like I say, the stones end here and you can see it opens there. So you can actually see that there is an opening behind it. And like I said, there's definitely, it leads into somewhere, because there's a clear draft coming through this. There's clear cold air coming through. But we just need to find a way. Can we get in there? No, it's not going to let us in there either. So I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to excavate a bit more and possibly take some of these stones out. So Hope you're enjoying today's exploration, because this genuinely is what I absolutely love. Spiders, snakes and everything, I can put it aside in here, because it is genuinely magical to be down here and find the chateau's history and uncover stories about the chateau. And there's no treasure here, but everything we found to us is treasure. So if you've enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you got the bell clicked for notifications, and we'll be back at this tomorrow.
If you'd like to be part of our journey and help restore the chateau, then please join us on Patreon, where you'll be part of our journey, receive a piece of the history and get exclusive videos.